to ignore it.
You know, that shouldn't be dying. And we don't want that. And remember what I said. This could escalate into a third world war. And we don't want that either.
Mr. President, your envoy Steve Witkoff suggested a temporary ceasefire in the conflict, but the Russian government has denied that out of hand. Do you worry that they're not dealing in good faith?
No, I think they, at some point, will agree to that. I think they probably wanted to. And I think once you have a ceasefire, it's going to end, because they're not going from a ceasefire back to war. I think people have had their full. I'm just glad I was able to help, because there was no communication with Russia until I came along. Biden didn't communicate. He couldn't communicate with his own child.
Oh, God.
So Biden didn't communicate.
Oh.
He couldn't. It was terrible.
That's true, I guess.
He hadn't spoken to Putin in 3 years. You're trying to end the war. People are being killed. Every week, thousands of people are being killed. Soldiers, in this case, mostly. Also towns, you know, as missiles go in and back and forth. No, it's a shame. This should have never happened. This is a very sad, this is going to go down in the history books. This is a very sad moment, because that should have been stopped. That should have never started. And if it did start, it should have stopped the first week, not 3 years later. Okay? That's only fair.
Mr. President, they would be the one that pays everybody back. Are they the aggressor?
Well, we're negotiating everything, and everything's on the table, and we'll see if we can get some land back, and we'll see about a lot of different things. And we're going to be making a little speech and say a few words in a little while. We're going to have another meeting, a luncheon meeting, and we'll see you in about 2 hours. Okay?
It's coming, Jacker. That's what was happening in the big news. Now, I know you guys didn't come here for Trump. You guys came here for the feet. You guys came here.
Service.
The hell is that? Flash just fed tape playback. U.S. friend. Okay. I know you guys didn't come here for Trump or Macron. You guys came here for the feet story. There was some lady in the chat said, "I'm leaving. I'm unsubscribing." She should have waited for the best part. AI video of Trump kissing Musk's feet plays on TVs in HUD. So this is Department of Housing and Urban Development. Okay, a video. Some hackers hacked the system. The words "Long live the real king" were displayed on top of the computer-generated video. I'll show you the video in a second. And this was in reference to Trump's social post last week, in which he wrote "Long live the king." So there's people that say that Trump's really up running the office and he's the president and blah, blah, blah. And so let me just pop up the video here. I was watching and I'm like, oh my God, how do they come up with this stuff? Why do they? Here it is. All right. Drama alert. Here we go. Gooners hack federal government. Big hack, man. Big hack. Hacked the federal government. And they got, and you can see like it's inside the building, playing on the TVs over there. Crazy. AI free speech. Oh, Storm, that was nice. Thank you. I was just kidding. Proverbs. Crazy. So that was today. There's a lot of people, there's a lot of talks about the Ukraine stuff. And I saw a post where Trump was like, well, we want that money back. We want the money back. Also, this is the only thing about Spirit, though. There's all these violent people lying on Spirit. I just saw this right now. Oh, Spirit. Wow. Look at the hammer. Wow. That guy was, I would say crazy, but somebody sent me a DM yesterday. They were offended by when I said crazy. So this person is Stressed. Distressed. I'm mostly peaceful. Wow. I do feel like it does seem like the end of times.
Hell no! Hell no! Hell no! Hell no! Hell no!
The USPS isn't just a service. It's a lifeline for working people powered by union labor, not billionaire greed.
Oh, they're pissed off at Elon too, I guess.
Postal workers keep this country running, delivering for every community, no matter the...
Are they getting fired or something? Are they letting them go too? Or is it because they have to respond to the emails? Did they get the emails too? USPS is currently live right now. They're protesting. I wasn't sure for what yet. Maybe it's in regards to that. People are really, really upset with Elon Musk. I saw Elon say a reply on Twitter though. He was like, you know, it's just he said it's the most basic form of doing a pulse check. Maybe checking to see if there's actually somebody there, you know, at the email address. I don't know. I guess the video stopped. What happened here? They found another one. I wonder what this week is going to bring. Last week was pretty crazy. The cops being killed, all the airplane stuff, the shootings, standoff, the hospital thing.
She joined us just a couple of weeks ago over at our building for the kickoff event we had for this campaign. And she's a fireball. And she's probably going to use worse words than you've been chanting. So please join me in welcoming my friend, our sister, Association of Flight Attendants President Sarah Nelson. Gotta hold the trigger.
Okay. How's it going, everybody? Flight attendants could not do our jobs if it were not for you. USPS goes in the belly of our planes and makes it possible for us to provide that service to these rural areas because you're subsidizing the airlines! Yeah. We count on those services, and everybody's already talked about it. The critical medicine that gets delivered. The way that school children can have opportunities because of your service. The connection of many of our communities during COVID was only through the United States Postal Service. And do we think that our farmers should have to spend more to send a package than somebody from New York City? That's right. The post office, the work that you do, the letter carriers, the entire United States Postal Service is the great equalizer in this country. So we know what we're fighting for, but let's get some energy into the fact that they have picked the wrong fight. The wrong fight. Because the United States Post Office is in every state.
That's right.
In every district. In every town. From Sisters, Oregon to Bakersfield, California to Mobile, Alabama to Terre Haute, Indiana to New York City. You pay the same price to send a letter, to receive a letter, to send a package. This is the great equalizer. This is what they meant when they wrote of, by, and for the people. Because you have already been showing them how to do it. So they picked the wrong fight. Because this is all of us.
Who's delivering the mail right
There are
now?
no red states, or blue states, or red counties, or blue counties.
You got that wrong.
There are only working class counties, and we are part of the working class. We are one, and we are everywhere. And I'll tell you what, they talk about a rising tide lifts all boats. People tend to watch those boats, but those boats have been turning into yachts.
Really? Make it plain.
Now, let's be clear. Those boats have to float on the tide. And we aren't the boats. We are the tide. And a tsunami is coming at you if you think you're coming for our United States Postal Service. We are the tide. We are
the tide. We are the tide. We are the tide.
We are the tide.
What does that even mean?
We are the tide.
And most
Their shirts say "Fight like hell." I feel like I've heard that somewhere.
of us on a burning earth. This is our government, our world, our money, our postal service, and we're taking it back. Fight like hell! Fight like hell! Fight like hell! Fight like hell! Fight!
Sounds like an insurrection. I'm just kidding.
Thank you, Sister Nelson. What did she say about rockets? Perhaps
That's true,
no
Ellie.
union has had to fight and fight like hell since day one of this administration
USPS.
more than the American Federation of Government Employees. So our brothers and sisters that are right down the street down here, they represent federal employees, battle, and we battle together. And today we are pleased to be joined by Vice President of AFGE, Brother Otis Johnson.
All right.
Now hold your trigger down.
Good afternoon to my letter carrier sisters and brothers.
So what they're protesting, I guess they're saying, and I haven't even heard about this yet, it's an attack on public service. Union representing postal workers fires back at Trump, hints at taking over USPS. Oh, snap. Oh, snap. I logged on today and I just saw that they were protesting, but apparently, let's see here. It's Friday's swearing of Howard Lutnick. President Trump hinted at handing the USPS over to the Secretary of Commerce. He's going to look at it, said President Trump of Lutnick. He has a great business instinct, which is what we need. He'll be looking at it, and we think it can turn around. Oh, they don't like that. Okay.
We at AFGE stand with you. ANALC. AFGE represents over 800,000 DC and federal government workers. And we put the full strength of our organization behind you postal workers and letter carriers throughout the United States. To everyone here today who may not be from NALC or AFGE, I want you to hear me loud and clear. Our fight is your fight.
Tammy says he wants to merge it with the Department of Commerce. That could be interesting. I mean, I don't know anything about it, to be honest with you. Like that type of stuff, I don't know anything about that. So I don't know what the benefits or the cons would be. Let's see here. According to a report posted by the USPS in November, the agency recorded a net losses of $9.5 billion. Damn. Oh, so they're just losing a lot of money in the fiscal year of 2024 and recorded net losses of $6.5 billion last year before that. Wow. That is, wow, what's going on there? We want to have a post office that works well and doesn't lose massive amounts of money. Okay, well, that kind of makes sense. We're thinking about doing that, and it will be a form of a merger. There you go, what Tammy said. But it'll remain the Postal Service. Okay, so I'm not sure. And I think it'll operate a lot better than it has over the years. The Postal Service has lost money, but 90% of their losses are due to mandates by Congress due to unfair calculations of all the money they set aside for things like pensions. Congress can fix their financial situation. The administration can fix their financial situation. This is not the way to do it. Okay, so there's some back and forth. That is a lot, though. I didn't know they were operating. I mean, guess I kind of figured maybe they were operating at some type of loss, but I didn't know it was that huge. Holy moly. Okay.
AFGE stands with you. AFGE is ready to fight like hell. Solidarity with NALC and working people everywhere. And if they keep on playing around, they're going to fork around. Fork around.
You said fuck around?
Fork around. Thank you.
Wow.
Good job. Everett called me this morning. He told me you were coming. Great job. I'm telling you, good job.
With two teams.
All right, there was this clip too that I thought was kind of apparently Alec Baldwin, the guy that was acquitted, I think, for that shooting which killed the lady. Sad story. He got off though. We covered the whatever happened with the trial. He was acquitted though. Alec Baldwin threatens the life of Trump impersonator. If the camera wasn't here, I'd snap your effing neck. Oof, let's check it out.
Alec, it's your favorite president. Look.
Oh, I feel like I've seen this guy before.
Alec, I will offer you a total pardon, because I want to be friends, right? I want to be friends. I will give you a total pardon for murdering that woman.
Ooh.
If you kiss the ring, Alec. Kiss the big, beautiful ring. Come on, Alec. Come on, look at Alec Baldwin, right? He did that impersonation of me. It was not too hot, not too good. But look, we're back in office. You lost. Kamala lost. She's somewhere getting intoxicated. Look at that suitcase. Unbelievable. Well, Alec, if you don't want that pardon for murdering that woman in cold blood, you can call it first degree. You can call it whatever you want, but it was not good. She's looking down on me right now, smiling, happy. Thank you for confronting the man who took me out, who killed me. And that's okay.
Let me ask you a question.
Sure.
No, you realize, but
Whoa.
no, look at me. I want you to look at me.
Sure.
You know, you got a camera on me here?
The ring, no, it's the ring.
But you realize my kids live in this building, right? But I want you to know
We
something.
love the children. We're doing great deals for the children.
Listen to me real careful.
Okay.
If this camera wasn't here, I'd snap your fucking neck in half and break your fucking neck right there. So you know that, don't you?
Okay. All right, Alec Baldwin. Alec Baldwin, ladies and gentlemen, class act. Believe me. Believe me.
I want you to get out of here.
Okay.
No, I want you to get out of here.
Oh, he's yelling at me. I'm a citizen of this. I was born and raised in New York City. I love you, Alec. Alec, look, Alec, you don't want to attack your favorite president, Alec. Look, I love you. I love you, Alec. He's got more balls than De Niro, that I can tell you. De Niro ran away. Alec confronted. That's good. He's strong, but also he's weak because he murdered a woman. So that's okay, right? Look at this guy.
Good impersonation. I've seen this guy, but I don't like that lady. That was really sad. I did forget her name though. Acquitted. What was her name again? Oh yeah, Helena Hutchins from the set of Rust. That was kind of I don't know. I don't want to mock the deceased or anything like that. But yeah, Alex snapped. They just posted that video a couple minutes ago. And the other thing too is, I don't know, I guess maybe that's his residence. His kids are there, type of shit. Not down with that either, you know? All right. Full video of bird incident. Oh yeah, so that hotel had birds in it. All right, let me see if there's anything else. It is early in the day. It's Monday. Things are just starting to kind of rile up. You know, start to rile up. I haven't really seen anything. There was the airplane stuff and some shootings. I have to keep an eye out today and see what else pops up. I unfortunate that I used up a notification already. Also, haven't done a members live in a while. Got to do members live. Dan Bongino appointed as the FBI deputy director. Kash Patel is in there as well. I haven't talked about Bongino, but he's in there. Apple's $500 billion U.S. investment plan. Okay. Let's see what else is going on here.
In this fight, And today we're pleased to be joined by the President of the National Association of Postal Supervisors, Ivan Butts.
Thank you, brother. You gotta hold the trigger down. All right. There you go.
Good afternoon, Postal family! I am so honored to stand with you as we start to fight like hell! 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 This is America's Postal Service. Yeah, right. We've been delivering mail for over 250 years, longer than it's been a country. And in the early 1900s, there was a pandemic, over 1 million people were lost, and the Postal Service was credited for keeping America bound together. That's the work you do. We just seen the long overdue acknowledgement of the 688.
Yes.
You cleared up 17 million pieces of mail and packages for the troops overseas. The fingerprints on those letters and packages were of the carriers who took that mail out the box. The clerks who took that mail across the window. The mail handlers who loaded and unloaded the trucks. The supervisors who overseen those operations. They delivered the last mile, but we delivered for our troops.
Creativity of black people.
And we don't even have to look that far back. In 2020, when we lost over 1 million Americans, and we were shut up and shut down, and Americans were wondering, how are they going to get their medicine? How are they going to get their essential supplies? It was the Postal Service. Once again, delivering on time. That is what we do. Excuse me.
Yo. I thought it was pulling out like some whiskey or like vodka or some shit. He's like, excuse me.
Fight like hell! Fight like hell! Fight like hell!
You know, our history is replete with issues of tragedies, earthquakes, hurricanes, tornadoes, all kinds of disasters. And we hear over and over again from Americans to say, you know, I felt a little normal. I felt like I could make it. Because I seen my mail truck come down the street today. So what we are a service. America knows who we are. So as we continue to fight like hell, 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 fight like hell. I need us to continue to move forward. Keep delivering for America, because America knows who we are, and they need us now more than ever. Thank you.
Thank you, brother. You all good, man. I appreciate it. Appreciate you being here. I'm gonna stay around. All right.
Thank you, Ivan. Now it's my honor to introduce my brother, who members have faced in many ways a lot of the same challenges that we have faced over the last few years, representing workers that work in the transportation sector. Please welcome my friend and brother, the president of ATU, John Costa.
Hold your trigger down.
Thank you, brother.
I don't like
Thank you,
Alec
brothers
either.
and sisters.
Alec.
We moved this city, the ATU. On behalf of our 200,000 members, we're here to support you. I believe we're stronger together. Just like our industry, your industry, it's not for profit. This is a service for the people. So fuck Trump and
Say it again.
Billionaires, let them make them.
He said, say it again. Let me clip that. Hold on.
This is a service for the people. So fuck Trump and
Say it again.
billionaires, let them make the money, but leave this alone. What kind of jobs are going to be left in this country? None. What kind of jobs? What's going to happen to the unemployment line, huh? All this money's going to go back around. So, you know what? We do the job out there. We get abused. We get spit on. We get robbed. We get shot. We get killed, our brothers and sisters. We got to attend funerals to service the people, right? So once again, we're here for you. We support them. And fuck you.
Wow.
Thank you, John.
Wow.
So once again, thank you all for being here.
You heard that
when
shit?
When they attack the Postal Service, what do we say? We say that too, brother.
Wow.
When they attack the people that work for the Postal Service, what do we say? We got to get new shirts. When they attack the service for hundreds of millions of Americans, what do we say? So what do we say today? What about tomorrow? What about Wednesday? What about next Monday? What about next month? What about next year? We don't stop. Hell no! 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 Thank you, brothers and sisters!
Somebody take this. Thank you, man. Thank you. You're the man. You're the man.
Wow. Oh, they were angry. That said F Trump, F you. Wow. Well, I guess we'll see what turns up with that. One half of the Island Boys, Frankie Venegas, apparently he's been arrested in Florida for alleged gun and drug offenses. No, not the Island Boys. Oh, no, that's not good. The Island Boys. All right. The hell is this?
They don't know what is what.
Yeah. The Island Boys. All right, I guess that's it for now. We'll see what the day brings. Kind of scrolling. I've been paying attention to the local events. The post office leader resigned. Really? Interesting. Trump says the U.S. wants Ukraine to pay back the money that we let them borrow. It was a loan. Oof. I know he's not happy because Zelensky's trying to say it was a grant. Man. All right, guys. Yeah, I'll catch you later. Hopefully, I have a at least one more notification. Hopefully, let me see. Oh, in a couple hours. Well, I should have another one. I should. No one voted for Elon Musk. And he has a Luigi. She got a Luigi hat on.
Thank you.
Damn, USPS mostly delivers spam and trash. Be real. Tammy, thanks. I'll catch you later. Hope you're doing good. Fight like hell. They've stolen all the slogans, too. Fight like hell. The Trump administration has halted efforts to place migrants in tent structures built at Guantanamo Bay, Cuba, amid concerns that the emerging facilities don't meet detention standards because they lack conditioning or electricity. But that's perfect. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. All right, guys. I love you. I'll catch you later. Bye-bye. We'll see what else pops up today. It's still early. It's early. And subscribe. Subscribe to my, help me out. Subscribe to my second page and subscribe to my political page. I'm just posting little clips on the other pages for now, just to build it up, just to get up some traction, start building it up a little bit. Just up to the extra channels. All right. And I'll catch you later. I love you. Be positive. Be nice to each other. Love each other. Okay. Or not. Don't, you could not either. Where's that thing at? Bloop, 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 bloop. It's been cloudy today. Rainy. Oh, apparently there was like a little chase last night too. I go to sleep now. I go to sleep at nighttime. We're here and we're queer. There's some nice USPS people that work hard, and there's some nasty ones. So I've run into some nasty ones, but I've run into some really nice, hardworking people too. I guess it's just a mix everywhere. I should make like a, I don't know, Elon emoji. I don't know. I have to come up with more. We need more emojis.